All right, hello class. Making this video for you to explain how to navigate the different learning portions of the class. You have work in Quick Labs and work in TestLink and Test Out both. I'm going to bring up the schedule here to kind of explain the difference to you guys. And I explained this in class to you guys yesterday, but there was 9 or 10 of you who weren't in class. So this can help you guys kind of be on the same page as everyone else. And for those who were in class yesterday, it'll help you to remind you of what we discussed. So, all right. So if you see the schedule here, one thing that's due like right away is the attendance verification, the getting started quiz. So let me show you in Blackboard where you're dealing with that. So if you go into the Start Here section, read all of this information here, and then review the items below, which includes the syllabus and everything else. And there's some things that are listed all the way through. So review that. If you don't have these on your screen, it means I've hidden them from you, which is something you don't necessarily have to worry about because you do have the syllabus and the course schedule over here on the side. This explains that you're going to be using material from Google for the Google IT Support Professional. We're going to be doing that with Google Quick Labs, and then we'll also be using Test Out. And I guess maybe I should check my typos there, but Test Out material for the course, right? And then a webcam is required. So all this stuff, information will help you. So when you go, once you're ready to verify that you've reviewed everything, you want to go to the AV activity. You want to start this getting started quiz, and you take the quiz. So easy enough that once you take the quiz and you pass the quiz, which there's 2 questions on the quiz, both answers are yes. If you answer no, you don't pass, and I'll have to get back with you and all that. So just go ahead and review everything first. That way you understand that the answers are yes. If you have questions about any of the syllabus or the schedule and you want to discuss that with me before you take the quiz, and then please send me a note. We can get on a call, whatever you want to do. So no worries there. All right, so let's go back to the schedule. All right, from there, you've got items due every week. As you see right here, like you have an item due on the 22nd. You got a few things to do. First is that within Google Quick Labs, you've got to complete this this item here, Technical Support Fundamentals, Graded Quiz, How to Count in Binary. All right, so let me just show you how you find that, how you do that work right there. All right, so we're going to go to back to Blackboard, and you got the Quick Lab course link right here. That is where you find the items that I just showed you on the schedule. All right, so under there you've got several different courses, but the schedule said Tech Support Fundamentals, right? So you want to go to Tech Support Fundamentals. All right, my screen is going to look a little different from yours at first here, but let me, I'll switch into how it will look for you here momentarily. All right, inside Tech Support Fundamentals, you will see this little sidebar here that shows you you want to review the videos, the reading, and everything all the way down through here. Eventually, you'll run some practice quizzes. I suggest you do that. That'll help you along the way. But when you get down to graded assessments, there is a graded quiz. That is the item that I'm looking to be completed by you, right? So click the, from there, you'll just click on graded quiz, how to connect in binary. It'll bring it up here. And for me, it's showing this list of students here. But for you, I want you to go into the it'll show you the activity. If you're getting into support certificate for the first time, it's going to want you to take this survey. Let's see how we can read the information and go through and just do what they got to do. You'll pick the appropriate thing, and pick the right one for you. All right, so we're going to open the activity again. Hopefully we won't run into that again. Yeah, we'll mark that as completed. All right, so now we're sorry I've gone quiet here. This thing's not working the way it's supposed to, but I'm getting there for you. Let's see. All right, there we go. So we're going to, in this case, we're going to take this. So you go through and take the quiz. So once you go through the learning, this won't be that big a deal for you. You go through and just choose answers, and based on the learning, you can do whatever you got to do to know this. This is an open book situation. You don't have to memorize all this ahead of time. So use your resources, and once you get all that done, you're going to submit it, and it's going to give you a grade, right? Since I didn't answer any of the questions, I've got a 0 here. All right, something to explain here. Passing score of 80. All right, so for Google to award the certificate for completing not only this course, Technical Support Fundamentals, but the other 4 courses, which is a whole nother explanation I'll give you if you haven't heard that before. But you have to get 80% on this. But for me personally, as the instructor of the class, I'll take whatever score you have, but I would recommend, if you're interested in earning the Google IT certificate, that you go ahead and at least get a passing score recommended by them. But either way, all right, so now that we have a score, in your case, you're going to have 100, right? Because you're awesome. But I want to, once you get the snipping tool up, if you not familiar with the snipping tool, you can go to the search bar and type in snip, and you'll find the snipping tool or the snip and sketch. Either one of these two will work. Snipping tool is a little bit simpler for me. So you just want to do new, and you want to take a snip of that grade right there, right? You want to save that somewhere that means something to you, and we'll just say binary grade. It doesn't matter what you name it, just something that where you can find it. All right, and now that you've completed that, you've taken it, you've got a snip of it, you've got to submit it so that I know that you've done it. So there's another link under course content called Quick Lab Assignment Submission. All right, so you go in there, and then you see something familiar here, Tech Support Fundamentals, which is where you are, and under there, how to count binary, which is one we just completed, right? And from there, all you got to do to submit it, as you see, it's due by Sunday, 11:59 on the 22nd. You're going to browse files, and you're going to find that we just saved, which was binary grade, right? And then you're going to submit it. All right. You won't get this error here because I'm getting it because I'm the instructor, but you will it'll submit, and then I'll see it, and then I can grade it from there. Right. So that takes care of completing the first week for the Google Quick Lab work, right? So let's go back to our schedule. You also see by the 22nd, you need to have completed these ones right here in Test Out, right? Well, Test Out requires you to buy code and various other things that is explained in the syllabus and elsewhere. But let's just take a look. How are we going to get into test out. Once you have your code, and if for some reason, you know, let's go back to content. All right, you have a link here to test out right here. Matter of fact, let me do this as a student. Limit some of these things you can see. So this is related to the Google Quick Lab. Right here, the test out course link. You go here. So if you haven't signed into test out yet, this is where you'd want to do it for the first time. This actually opens this window up inside your Blackboard. You can get to it direct outside if you want to just do that. But you know, you sign up. If you haven't signed up, if you have signed up, you're going to go in and you're going to enter into you're going to have an area that looks much like this. All right, since I had already done some work in it, I was a little further ahead, but you're going to get to where you have, let me just go to this so that we can, first thing you get to will look like this, right? So what does our schedule say we're supposed to do? It says we're supposed to complete the course overview and the information technology basics, right? So completing that means doing those things that give you points or give you a grade, right? So which things are they? Well, let's go through here and look. All right, so we got this right here. This is reading that you need to do to be familiar with what's up. That is just preparing you to do something. Here is some videos that explain the difference between information technology, information systems, and computer science. All right, it's probably important. Some people enjoy watching it with a script, but you play the video so you understand that because the questions will be related to it. You got some more as an overview of some things to review. Maybe take some notes, make this available so you can maybe see it later. All right, you got some course objectives. You want to read all of that. You got an activity here, career exploration. It's asking you to do some research. Good idea to do that. But if you want to get down to the brass tacks and you want to get the quiz done and you want to do this, anytime you have a quiz within test out, it's something that's going to be graded. So you can start the exam. You go through and read the questions. Which of the following best describes information technology? So, I'm just going to go to them. Check answer. It likes that, so we're going to go next. Which of the following is something that an information technology professional would do? So if you've read and watched the videos that differentiates IT from IS from CS, then you know these answers, right? So which of the following is something an IT professional would do? So probably not grades and enrollment, probably not data, probably this one, right? Let's check answer. It does. Okay, next. Which of the following is something that an information systems professional do? So they're differentiate between IT and IS. So let's say devise new ways, help people with technology needs, turn information into meaningful decisions. I like that one for that. Let's see. Likes it. Good. All right. Which is the best? Which following best describes computer science? I like the way they're studying here. Let's see that. That's good. All right. Which of the following is something computer scientists would do? And let's see. Maybe this one. Good. All right, we move forward. We're going to score the exam. All right, you got your score. All right, so that's being recorded on the back end by Test Out. I will review these weekly after the due date and enter your scores in Blackboard. So once you've got this completed, you just need to move on to the next thing. You need to get section 1 completed, right? So you've got all these terms. You've got the video you can watch, should watch. You got some facts, and then you got a little area here to read the difference between these concepts. Got another quiz. Take the quiz, right? Get a score just like before. Move on. All right, now we're in chapter 2. As you can see, our schedule requires us to do chapters 1 and 2, right? So let's do the same thing here. Let's go through and we can find anything that's a quiz or a lab, and we'll do that. I believe we only have quizzes in chapters 1 and 2. There's no labs. That's the reason I assigned you both of them, because it's pretty easy to get through, or you just have to take, it's got a little bit of computer history here. Learn it, know it, supercomputers. All right, there's a quiz. So those things that we just reviewed, you would take the quiz on that. Work yourself all the way through until you've taken, reviewed everything, watched the videos, reviewed, read, take the quiz. All right, still in section 2, so you know you're still doing stuff. Pretty cool information in here. Exciting. There's a quiz. One thing I want you to notice here on these quizzes is that if you don't do well on a quiz and you want to do better, because you want to get the best grade you can, test out until the final test that you'll take and test out. It actually allows you, so if you score the exam, you score it, and you don't get the grade you want, which 0 would definitely not be the grade you would want, then you can, just retake the exam. You can retake it as many times as you want until you get the score that you want. All right. So once you've gotten to the end of all right, once you're getting through, so I believe in section 2, so you can see the content page up at the top. You're going to go all the way through to where there's a quiz in 2.5, and then once you get there, you've made it to the section 3, which is due the following week. Now, I'm not necessarily saying you need to stop. If you're in a groove and you want to keep working, then just keep working. There's no reason not to. But you want to get done what's due this week before the week for the deadline, right? So I believe those that helps explain what you need to do. Let me go back to the course. I sent out a notice yesterday because people were wanting to know how to get started and test out. Well, you can. It's inside on the home page under announcements. There is getting started with test out. You can click on that and click on this link, and it actually will take you to the steps that you need, right? And one of the 2 differentiators right here is you create an account through Test Out's website, which is the way you want to do it. This next one, create an account through your school's LMS or website, you don't want to do it that way because I have it implemented outside of our LMS. So you would create your account through Test Out's website, right? I can kind of show you what that would look like. Let's see here. Let's go back to Blackboard. All right, so this test out link. I'm gonna log out here so you'll see what it'll look like when you get there. All right. So if you don't already have a username and password, you're going to have to create an account. All right, so you want to complete this. I would prefer you to use your Wallace State email. Everybody doesn't do that, but I would prefer you do. And then you activation code that you will purchase from the bookstore, and fill out the other information, right? And once you have an account, and then once you get inside Blackboard, inside Test Out or Lab Sim, you can look up the class, my class, by looking up Wallace State and then looking up my name. Should be pretty easy. Many of you have already made it through this step. For those of you hadn't, if you're running any problems, just send me a note. But I believe for now that gets us where we want to be, get you started, get you empowered to complete the assignments before the deadline. You've got 100 points available for the graded quiz, how to count binary, and you've got 45 points from Test Out with sections 1 and 2, right? These values are what they are because I counted them the same way the different systems counted them. And this, as you can see later on in the schedule, the quick lab points always are 100 for the assignment, but the test out points they vary, and the higher the points value, the longer it's going to take you to do them. There's more assignments. There is one thing I want to show you for future assignments. Let me get back to test out. Something that's important for you to see. Keep in mind your screen here will look different than mine. Anytime they're inside the table of contents here, everything that's a quiz are graded items and get you points, and everything that shows a mouse like this is a lab that gets you points. It's like this one here. So anytime it shows a mouse in the contents is a lab. So all the labs and all the quizzes are where the points are coming from. Everything else is just material that you need to review and study to be prepared to do the labs and the quizzes. All right, I think that's it. I think the video is long enough. I will go to my Blackboard screen now, and I'm going to stop the recording, which you guys will, and I'll post it so it'll be there for you. All right, have a good day. If you have any questions, just reach out and ask. Thanks.